All right. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy CEO, and welcome to part 2 of episode 2 with Twisted.
Yes, sir.
If you haven't watched the previous episode, I would advise you to do so. Let's not waste any time and get straight into this part. So we're basically gonna start off with some Reddit, what's it called? With some Reddit MID asshole stories. All right, and so I'm gonna read it. You can take your time, or you could just go right into it and start discussing. We could debate because you just love debating with me.
Let's do it. I've never even done this before. I never even knew this was a thing. But...
All right. Damn, this one's long. All right, you ready?
Sure.
All right. So I, 28F, I'm about 7-8 months pregnant, and while I've thankfully not gained a lot of weight, my belly has grown a lot, and I find that most of my underwear are too small and cuts into my sides / bottom of my belly. After a while, I started getting rashes in places where it was too tight due to friction, I guess. So one day, I was getting dressed, and I was getting frustrated about the rash and the underwear being too small. So I figured I'd try out a pair of my husband's 29M boxers. They're size large and too big for me. But oh my goodness, it was the most comfortable thing I've ever tried on in my life. Breezy and loose, and even the places where I had the rash didn't hurt. My husband had already left for work for the day, so I just decided to bore them. At the end of the day, we both come home, and I tell him, and I tell him that I borrowed his underwear and asked if it was okay to continue borrowing some until the baby comes. Less than 2 months left, or at least until the rash is better. He seemed a bit weirded out, but he said it was okay. Fast forward a few days, and we're going to bed, and he flips out at me and asks me why I'm wearing his good bamboo underwear. I'm confused, but he points at the band where it says bamboo. Then he goes on a long rant about how his few pairs of bamboo underwear are the comfiest and the best quality, etc., etc. I swear this is not an ad for bamboo underwear. I apologized and said I just picked a pair off the top, just like I did the other times. But he was upset and said I wasn't allowed to borrow his underwear anymore. I said I wouldn't borrow the ones that said bamboo on them since it bothered him, but he just drew a hard line saying you should go buy bigger underwear for yourself and stop stealing mine. Now I'm thinking this is probably more about how he actually doesn't want me to borrow his underwear and how he's using me accidentally taking the wrong pair as an excuse, but I'm not sure. While I can understand not wanting to share your underwear, I also think it's unnecessary to go out and buy a bunch of large pair of women underwears that will be used for maybe 2 months at most. I also think it should be that big of a deal since I'm the one who washes and folds his underwear anyways. And he has 100 pairs, so it's not like he's going to run out of them. And I also feel like since I work full-time, buy the groceries, cook, clean, on top of carrying our baby, him having to lend me his underwear is a small price to help out with the pregnancy. I also bought 8 more pairs of bamboo underwear. As an apology. But he doesn't seem to want to share his regular pairs with me. Maybe I should have been petty and bought them for myself instead of him. What do you think about that?
All right. First things first. You women don't ever, you guys make me laugh, man. All right. Are we talking about underwear or are we talking about caring for this home? Because
it says
no.
The title of it.
Listen. You see how she added all those things on top of it just because of a pair of underwear? Let's think of the bigger picture here. We're talking about underwear. Yes, I understand you got rashes. I understand this, that, and the third. All right, not a problem. Is it that big of a problem that you're using your husband's underwear? No, he's your husband at the end of the day. But obviously, this is the perfect example. You go to a drive-thru. You go to the drive-thru with a girl. Let's say you're at Wendy's, for example.
You want anything?
You want anything?
No.
No, I'm good. I'm not hungry. But when the food gets through the window, it's a whole different story.
Miraculously just hungry.
All of a sudden, can I have a fry? Can I have a sip of your drink? Can I have a bite of your burger?
One fry turns into another fry. Turns into another. To the whole box.
I don't
just
know.
Take the bag. Just take the bag. I'll go back through.
And then girls' defense is, but I only wanted one fry. I don't want a whole small fry. No. I want see, this is my thing. This is my thing. If you're hungry, if you want one fry, order the small fries because I am not sharing my fries, respectfully. if I ordered a large, I'm eating every fry that's in that large box. I'm eating it all. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm not giving up one fry. I ordered a large fries because I want a large fries. That's just what it is. But anyways, back to the story. I understand you're carrying the child. I understand you work full time, just like your husband does. I understand that you clean in the house. I'm pretty sure your husband probably cleans in the house too. He probably cooks as well. If not, then hey, that's just y'all relationship. But if the man just doesn't want you using a certain pair of underwear, yes, maybe he's just a little too stubborn. He should be like, all right, only wear these ones. Don't touch the bamboo. Leave my bamboo alone. Fine. But yeah, no, I think she's the asshole for like bringing up a bunch of extraness that didn't even like.
It doesn't relate to the
like
story.
you didn't like. It's not that deep.
Yeah.
Just because he's not letting you use his underwear. So yes, she's the asshole.
I think that she when she brought all that extra stuff up, it was not needed at all. Then again, if I'm putting myself in this situation,
yeah, of course,
as
like
my wife,
yeah,
and I have as much underwear as which I doubt he actually has that much underwear.
Yeah.
But if I have as much underwear as she says she does, I just give the regular pairs and take my bamboos, or give her like one. If I have 8 pairs of bamboos, I give you 3. I take 5. Give you some of my other underwear, and it's problem solved.
Yeah, it's very true. But I don't know. It's a little extra. Like,
yeah,
y'all fighting over underwear. Yeah, I guess you got a rash. Go to a doctor. Like, go get that checked out. Like, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right, this one's a little shorter. This title, maybe I should tell you the title first, so you know what's
tell me the title.
So, is Am I the Asshole by telling my brother's girlfriend to stop showering at my house?
Okay.
Money's super tight, and she takes 30-minute long showers. I'm the one that pays the water and electrical bills. I told her to go shower at her own house. I'm sick of footing the bill, and now my brother's pissed and not talking to me. She lives with her parents and could use their shower for free. I'm pissed. My brother lives with me, pays half rent and no utilities. I took him in to live with me as soon as he graduated, away from my parents due to neglect and abuse. So the idea of him living with me was for him to be able to save money so that he could afford to move out on his own. But then I got sick and lost my job. I can't afford what I used to be able to afford. Circumstances had changed in a way I did not prepare for, and now I feel like I'm screwing him over on our deal because of an issue unrelated to him. I think that, bro, tell your girlfriend to shower her own crib where she showers for free.
Like,
why is she showering at my house?
This is pretty self-explanatory.
Bro,
I'll be honest. If we're living together and we're paying rent, there should be unless I'm in the shower with my gal. No,
that is fine. But if
she's not running my bill,
exactly.
Like, and that's just what. Like, she lives with her parents. She doesn't pay rent. She can shower for free over there. Just drive yourself home and go shower.
Yes, and then come back, or stay there and then come back the next day. Like, why are you showering?
Literally, no, seriously. If I was in that scenario, I'd be like, the only way you are allowed to shower in this house is if my brother's in there with you, or whatever it is, because in the scenario,
for sure.
But other than that, no, because like, you're just running up my bills.
Exactly.
You don't pay my bills. I'll cut the rent 3 ways. What? Every shower you take, I'm gonna tax you for
it. Bam.
It's just what it is.
Exactly. I'll put a lock on the shower door, and I'll have a key.
Seriously, though.
Every time my brother wants to use,
there'll be no towels in my house. I'll just lock off all the towels. I gotta save for all the towels.
Or if I hear her taking a shower, go in with the key, take everything in the shower out,
and I know put
it outside, and be like,
damn sure she's not washing herself with whose soap? Not mine. You're mad, but you're using my soap too. You're crazy.
Oh my!
You're not using my soap. I'm sorry, not my soap.
Wow.
What do you mean my soap's half done? I haven't even used it yet.
All right, this is the last one. The title of this one, it sounds like it's kind of crazy. To me, it sounds like it's kind of crazy. It says, am I the asshole for giving my daughter a better present than my son? Our son is 22 and our daughter is 26. She bought a house in July. We know that moving into a new house always comes with unexpected costs. Right after you probably depleted most of your funds. So for Christmas, we gave her $4,000. Our son, we gave a few different gifts, totaling somewhere around 800. Our daughter had to work Christmas, but we did Christmas on the 26th, and she stayed with us for the holidays from then until yesterday. And this was written 3 hours ago, so like actual yesterday. Our son still lives with us, and today he told us both that he didn't want to say anything while his sister was here, but his feelings were hurt by the disparity in the value of gifts. We explained that the gifts we got him were tailored to his interests, but his sister had just passed a big life milestone where money is more important to her than
anything.
It's still hurtful because it feels like we are more proud of her than him. My wife got really frustrated when he said that and asked why he would choose the least charitable interpretation of our actions. He said that's just how he felt and he couldn't control it. I said that we didn't give her money because we're more proud, but because we had experience being new homeowners and knowing that something always breaks in the first 6 months and it's always expensive. He said that that was all fine and good, but it still hurt to get a worse present and felt like an afterthought. My wife asked if he expected us to get him $4,000 worth of gifts. He said no, but he expected the gifts between him and his sister to be equal. My wife said that's the same thing, and my son said it isn't. He said, oh, it's like he said, she said, he said, she said. He said we could have given her monetary equivalent of what we gave him. I told him that isn't really fair to decide how much we spend on someone else's gift. Furthermore, cash is less personal than gifts. So giving her cash equivalent to what he got would be getting the worst gift. Fair.
That's valid. Like, okay, you could. I see two ways you can go about this. One, the son's being toxic and the man just wants 4 bands. Like, straight up. That's just what I see.
He said he didn't want 4 bands. He said he just wants it equal.
Exactly. So if it was equal, I say they would have gave the daughter the $4,000 and they just gave him like $800. Mm-hmm. Give them both cash. So then he could spend his money on whatever he wants to spend his money on. And she could obviously spend. Yes, there's a big difference in money. Obviously, I don't have no damn home, so I don't know how homeowning life is like. Mm-hmm. But obviously, the parents are just feeling for the daughter and the son. Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, like $4,000 is a lot of money. I'm not gonna sit here and act like $4,000 ain't some money. But like, and at the same time, like your daughter is 26 and your son is 22.
Exactly.
Like I can't. Like I didn't even get a gift from my mom on Christmas. I gave my mom a gift. Mm-hmm. What are we talking about right now?
Yeah.
Anyways, I thought gifts stopped at like like $4,000. That's more like a. I don't see it as a like okay, it just lines up with Christmas, but yeah, I get why they gave it to whatever, but I don't know. The whole gifts thing is already throwing me off, and the age and 22 and 26. Like, come on, guys.
You got $800 worth of gifts at 22.
$800.
Like, what are you asking for? Like,
I don't know.
I'd even ask. Like, I probably could have asked. Actually, no, I did not ask for $800 worth of
my gifts. My gift was the roof over my head and food in my belly.
Exactly, and the light, the shower, a bed to sleep in, running water. Oh my goodness!
Clothes on my body. Like,
okay, that was fire. You didn't need to say much. You could have said clothes on your back.
Clothes on my back. Same thing.
Clothes on your
everything. Like,
anyways,
I don't know.
I feel like if I knew my asshole, I think his son is just being extra.
I think the son's just being a little.
But if I knew my son was extra like that, I would have definitely like.
But I would have got him like that one gift that he's always wanted, and just you wouldn't say nothing about it.
I would have got him the $800 worth of gifts and gave my daughter $800, and then on the side, after my son gone, because I know he's gonna make a big deal about it, I'm gonna tell her that I sent you the other $3,200 are in your account. Okay, I just needed to make it look equal to him because I want to deal with him.
Exactly. They could have finessed that easy.
They could have.
Like the parents could have been like, "Oh yeah, here's a mug for your new house."
Yeah.
And then with the mug, each transfer of $4,000.
Yeah.
Don't tell your brother.
Exactly.
Like, you know.
Or like, you know how they put the stuff inside the mug so it doesn't break? At the bottom, I read a note like, "There's a $4,000 in your bank account. Don't tell your brother.
Yeah.
Just leave it there."
Exactly. Like I don't know. Parents, you could have finessed better. I'm not gonna lie, but.
Well, speaking of, this is perfect because speaking of kids and everything, what is your dream? Like kids, house, where you want to live, where you job, car, names for your kids, dogs if you want, like dogs. Like I feel a little. I'm not. It's not weird that I already have all this. I don't know who my wife is gonna be. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
But like, oh, you do, but I don't. But
Like,
yeah, like I have everything envisioned. Like I know exactly what I want.
yeah. Oh, so you're saying like, what's my envision of like the future when I'm a parent and things like that? Well, okay. So for me, first of all, love Canada, but I won't be here. Actually, I will be here. Let me not say that. For when I have my kids, I already have my kids' names set out. For my son, Elijah Nathan Morrison, and then for my daughter, Kiara Jordan Morrison. Those will be the name of my kids, like for sure. You can bet money on it. I promise you, those are going to be the name of my kids. If I have another son, I'm thinking Caden. I don't know why. Caden's such a sick name. If I have another daughter, I don't know, because picking girls' names is hard. You don't want no daughter's name. I'm telling you that from now.
You know what I mean? Crazy.
It's
crazy.
the honest truth, bro. You can't
You
have no, like, I'm not gonna say no name because like I don't want to be attacking nobody. But like, nah, you gotta name your daughters right, bro, because they could. Hey, man, I just know some girls with some crazy names. That's all I know. But
oh my goodness.
But what's it called? Yeah, definitely. Those are definitely the names. When my kids are younger, since my girlfriend is Catholic, we had the conversation already. They'll be going to a Catholic French immersion school because I want my kids to know French like fluently, and obviously like with Lauren's Catholic beliefs, like she wants that. Like I'm Christian. Like people say there's not big of a difference, but I feel like there is a difference. And then from there, my dream is to send both of my kids or for the family to move to America so they can experience their high school experience. I'm talking pep rallies, I'm talking football teams, I'm talking all that great stuff. Like, you know, like I want my son to actually experience like high school basketball because obviously I'm going to be raising an athletic household. So everyone's going to be doing.
If you don't have athletic kids, I'm going to sit and laugh.
If my kids aren't athletic, I'll put them in the army. Straight up. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not going to know my kids. I'm serious. I'm not going to know my kids. And that's going to be a problem. Like, they have to be athletic. Like
they don't have to be. You want them to be athletic. Let's just remember that you can't force nobody to do nothing.
They have to be.
See, my kids will be athletic. I'm not forcing them. That's just how they're gonna be.
It's in the genes. Like you can't get like.
All right.
I don't know what happened to like love my sisters. Izzy, Zai, love y'all. I don't know what happened to them, but they forcefully have like my sister plays sports. Like my sister Israel, she plays sports. She plays basketball, whatever. Yeah. Zion, we're forcing her to run. Like she has to run. She's the last Morrison track star running. You have no option. Anyways, yeah, they're gonna hopefully experience their high school experience in America. If not, they'll have an option, and this is where it gets kind of scary. So it's either they go to a Catholic high school, which I don't want them to, because Catholic high schools are mashup, and everybody can agree with me on this. Like, Catholic high schools, I don't want to say are the worst high schools, but they're the most trouble. I'm telling you that.
Yeah, right most trouble now, for sure.
Most trouble, and it's either they go to a Catholic high school or they go to a sports high school down here.
I feel like sports high school wouldn't be that bad.
That's what I'm saying. Sports high school wouldn't be that
school you go to.
Exactly. But yeah, after my kids are done school, hopefully I want to send them to the States if they can on full rides or at least whatever.
Full rides. Every single one?
D1, all of them. D1, D2. Yeah, I want them D1, D2, 4 years, whatever they like, they can go into. I'm not forcing them to get into anything crazy, but like they need an education. That's 100%. Sure. Like it can't be all sports. Like I need you to like know something. And then from there, like once all my kids are like grown up and like moved out the house and things like that, probably, yeah, definitely gonna be traveling. But I want to have homes in different areas. Like for example, like I can get my Jamaican passport, which means I can live in Jamaica. So I want to have a place in Jamaica that I can spend 6 months there if I want to spend 6 months there, or whatever it is. But that's later on in life. But for the most part, like, yeah, I guess I'll be in Canada for a bit, but the goal is to get my kids to America, hopefully. So you never know. But yeah, I got names. I think I answered everything. Yeah. Names, house, where I want to be. Yeah. Pretty much for the most part.
Well, I want to have 4 kids minimum. So.
Oh, how many kids? I didn't even answer that. I want 3. 3 is my number. Will I get 3? I don't think so. I think I'm gonna have two. I think I'm just gonna have one girl, one boy, or it's gonna be one girl, two boys, for sure.
See, I want 4 kids minimum. In a perfect world, 6 kids would be amazing. But I only have 4 names.
What's a perfect world? Because 6 kids is mod.
It's not mod, fam. Trust me, it's not mod.
6 kids.
All right, so I've been looking at names, you know. Been looking at it. I got it written down, bro.
What has a list?
List up, okay?
So your kids are gonna have middle names.
Yeah. All of them are gonna have middle names. All right, so I want my son first.
It's not gonna happen.
I want actually
you will. You'll have a boy first.
Actually, I want.
You're not having a daughter first.
No, I want my daughter first. That's what I want. I want my daughter first. My daughter, my only daughter. Her name is Violet Myra Wright.
Only daughter.
Actually, not even Violet.
Only. Mark his word from today. Only.
Sorry, I meant to say Violet Myra Wright. Some might change.
Okay.
Or 1, 2 might change, but that's the idea. My son's name, these are not changing. All right.
Yeah.
It's either. This is the second child. Chosen Prince Wright.
You want to name your son Chosen?
Chosen, bro.
This is what I'm talking about. Kids an idiot name. Chosen Prince Wright.
Chosen Prince Wright, okay? Then, next, Bryson Jalen Wright.
Bryson stuff. I can give you Bryson. But Bryson Jalen. If anything, it should be Jalen Bryson Wright.
If it's not Bryson Jalen, it's going to be Bryson Gyro Wright.
Nah.
And then the last one is Kai Jeremiah Wright.
No.
Or
you're making like they're like, okay, you know what?
Or it's going to be Kyle Moses Wright.
Not Kyle. Hell no.
No, not Kyle, fam. Kai.
I heard you say Kyle.
I meant to say Kai, okay? Kai. All right?
Kai. Okay.
So that's my 4 kids' names. Now, as for education, to be honest, I don't care where you go. As long as you bring home good grades, that's all I care about.
Hold on.
As long as they bring home good grades,
I'm gonna stop you right there.
I'm not care.
That's a problem because that's you. You're gonna send your kid to any school.
Actually, not any school. Not any school. See, it depends on my financial situation. If I could afford to send my kids,
are you sending your kid to a public school or a Catholic school? What's your ideal? You want to send them to a public school?
I'll send them to a private school if I could afford a private school.
Oh, of course, me too. That's what I want to do.
If I could afford a private school, I'll send my kids to a private school from the jump.
From day one.
From the jump, they're going to private school, okay? And then...
Well, the next runner-up is French immersion. That's why I want to send my kids to French immersion.
French immersion, to be honest, French is good. I feel like French is very useful. I learned French, but then again, I don't like French. These are my kids. If they want to learn French, you could go to a French school. Yeah. To be honest, did you start French from grade 1? French.
Exactly.
But I would, in the ideal world, I want all my 4 kids to go to the same school. But if, like, 2 are athletic and 2 are scholars, I could split you up into 2.
Yeah, of course. That's easy.
In the ideal world. And then, like, later on in life for high school, I obviously, like the United States school experience would be good. But it's first, I want to make sure, like...
No, of course you do.
I don't know. I don't know about moving to the States because that's just a little...
It could be a lot. It depends on what the situation is. You know, like that's in a perfect world, if my kids can go to school for 4 years with nothing happening to them, of course, because I've heard some stories for sure. But in a perfect world, like I want my kids that get that high school experience.
And then, obviously, want to go to university.
I don't really, you know, like
you don't have to go to university. Just make sure you have a plan with your life.
Make sure you have a plan.
It can't be a stupid plan. Like you could be, if you're like, I'm just gonna work at McDonald's for the rest. That's your plan. I'm not doubting you or nothing. I'm just saying, my kids, I would not want them if you grew up, like if they grew up I don't know how I'm gonna say this without hurting somebody, because somebody's feelings gonna get hurt.
Go say it. Just say it.
If somebody's feelings gonna get hurt. Anyways, if I raise you up and you choose of all the options you have to go work, fast food, you go. If you
just want, all you're trying to say is you just want better for your kid. That's
I just want.
You don't want your kid to be a bum. And unfortunately, there are some people in this world who are bums.
See,
And
he knows what I mean.
And that's just what it is. I want what's best for my
exactly.
Even if McDonald's was the resort, I would have some sort of business, or I know somebody to be like, hey, this is the situation my son's in. I can't see my son working here. I can't do it. So bomb. You just want the best for your kids. That's all it is.
Rules for my kids. I don't want them to have like so many rules, but you guys they have to know not to mess with me, because if you guys go against what I say,
amen,
you guys are not like I'm not gonna beat you guys bad or nothing like that. I just want you guys to know that when you guys mess up, you better, like, you have to know that you messed up. Like, there's no hiding it from me, because I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna know.
Yeah.
Anyways, so rules. First of all, dating. I myself have had a very roller coaster experience.
That's a very good response, boy. Let me tell you,
I have had a roller coaster experience when it comes to dating, and sometimes, like, with the highs, man, well, I was like, everything was great, but with the lows, my focuses would just be channeled in different, like, I was serious at ball, and my focus would be like, oh, girl first, then ball, when it should have been ball first, then girl, or girl first, then school. Like, I wanted my kids to divert their focus to that.
So, and you know what? I actually want to touch upon that, because the thing is, like, if I could go, seriously though, if I could go back in time and do it over again, I would have took whatever career it was, other than the girl that I thought was the craziest thing in the world. And I probably missed out on so much opportunity before that. I said no because I was with somebody and I didn't want to leave them.
So, and then, like, so to be honest, like, I will, obviously, it will be different with every kid. Like, every kid is going to be raised differently. Yeah, of course. They'll have, like, generally, they'll have the same, bring you up the same way, but specifically, it will be different with everybody. Yeah. So, if one of my kids, starts high school and they think they met the person, I would, like, it's just how, like, God will just have to guide me at that point. Like, so I know some people who have been together since high school, and I don't want, like, my kid to miss out on that. But then again, like, if there are a lot of people who did not make it out of high school, or who came to high school, and as soon as high school started, done. Yeah. So, but I know, like, I have how many friends do I have that made out of high school? From grade 9, I only know one person. I only know one person who made it out of high school from grade 9. I know one person from elementary school, and they're still together. See, now that is something crazy. But yeah, so dating is different for every kid. I would hope. What about your daughters? I would advise 18 for my sons. My daughters, being a guy, I don't want them dating nobody. But then again, I realize that if they don't date anybody, they can't marry anybody, and then I can't have no grandchildren, okay? That's right. So basically, for my daughters, I'm going to be super, like, best believe every guy that comes in the house, I hope it's not every guy. I hope it's not every guy. I hope the one guy, because there's only going to be one. Our rules are going to be very different. Because basically what happens is that when my daughter tells me she has a date, I'm calling Keezy, I'm calling Sean, I'm calling Jay, I'm calling Joe, I'm calling all my boys. We're going into, you guys are going to be at the crib. I'm going to open the door for my boy. I'll be like, you're the man? Get in here, fam. Everybody going to be upstairs, and we're going to have a serious conversation. I'm going to scare the living crap out of him. Okay. Because if he just, bro. So what about your wife? Your wife has no say in this? No, my wife definitely has a say in it. Okay. But then again, like, if someone hurts your daughter, yeah, like I would have to see. Okay. Somebody would have to tie me to a chair. If we're gonna start, for me, rules for my kids on dating. We'll start with dating first. My sons, I'm telling you right now, no girl. If anybody, any parents or anybody in my generation watching this video right now, my son will not be loyal to none of your daughters. I'm saying that right now. He will not. What do you mean? From his years in high school, my son is not going to be focused on no gal. Okay. I know. I when you said loyal, I thought you not, meant, and I mean that. I thought you meant like no. He's not going to be in a relationship to even cheat. Okay. No, it's not going to happen. All right. So my son is going to have a drive and a focus,
And if girls want to talk to him, y'all could be friends. Y'all could be little buzzes, whatever y'all want to call it when that day and age is. Well, my son will be focused on his school and his basketball. And that's just going to be my son. My daughter, on the other hand, yes, unfortunately, I do have to be open to the fact that my daughter is going to like boys. Bomb. Okay. My daughter will also be a slime because I'm not letting my daughter get hurt.
Slime?
I'm going to teach my daughter.
Nah.
Zay. Am I not right? No, for real though.
Okay.
In this day and age, how much things can girls get for free if a man pays for it? So if I can get my daughter...
you know like how many girls I've taken out, bro, and I've paid for stuff? Like, I'm not even saying...
You are a great example.
I'm not saying that that's bad. Like, no. I'm not saying that's bad. I will do that till my dying day. That's just how... Of course, that's then again, to do. But there are a lot of scenarios where I did not have to pay, and I still pay.
Yeah. And therefore, I will be teaching my daughters ways of finessing these little boys into paying for things for her. And telling her, like, yes, you might catch feelings. You might think he's cute. You might think this. But at the end of the day, there's either only one motive, and your heart's going to get broken at the end of the day. So don't let your heart get broken. I'm just going to have that conversation with my daughter.
My sons are never.
No, I don't want... I can't.
My sons will never chat to your daughter, bro. My sons will never chat.
And that's the thing. I know my son's going to be a heartbreaker.
Fam, because if my son comes home and says, "Oh, Dad, come here, more son," be like, "Huh? Who?"
Like obviously, like around like when he gets older, maybe like grade 12 and things like that, and like he has his head on right, and I could tell he's more responsible. All right, like go date, go get your heart broken, like go deal with that. But like obviously, like I want them to obviously be in those experiences. Like unfortunately, I'm gonna have to see my daughter cry, her getting her heart broken. Like it's gonna happen. I know it is. But what I'm telling them is don't loyal up nobody to
don't use the word loyal up because that means
be with nobody. Like not loyal, sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, don't date.
Yes,
is what I mean.
That is better.
Don't date nobody until like I don't want to say your career is set because obviously people date before all that. Like I'm dating before that right now. But like through high school, don't date. Like have your prom date.
People change.
That's what I'm saying. But don't date in high school. Don't. That's what I'm going to tell my kid. Don't date in high school. You don't need to.
If I could go back, I would probably.
If I could go back,
I would. Okay, I'm not going to say I wouldn't date everybody I dated, but there are definitely
there's some relationships I would have never done.
Majority of the people I dated,
there's and I only technically count like I didn't date. Like I'm not going to sit here and act like I dated hella girls. I'm not saying that, but I'm only counting like 3 relationships that I've been in seriously to be like I learned something from that.
I only count. Hold on. Wait. Those are givens. I guess.
I'm
only counting 3. Okay.
Yeah.
And
I only count 3.
If I'm honest with you,
the first one was the first love. The second one was I thought she was wifey, and thank God took that out of my life. And the one I'm in right now, and I'm good.
Okay. The first one was first love. And then mess up big time. So if I were to go back in time, that mess up would have never happened. Because that mess up happened because I was listening to... Well, I'm not even going to get into that because that's another episode. Anyway, second one?
I'm not saying nothing. We're getting off topic. We're
nah.
We're getting way off topic.
Nah, okay, anyways.
Next rule, I guess rules for kids.
Next rule.
Phones.
Phones?
I want to talk about phones. Social media.
Social media. My kids could have social media
at what age?
Huh?
At what age?
They can have social media from high school, but it will be monitored until I feel like you're mature.
Monitored, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It will be monitored, but the thing is that like there's no room for sneakiness because there's no room.
You gotta trust your kid.
Huh?
You gotta trust your kid.
So you're telling them you're gonna let your kids be on
social media for my kids.
Do you not remember
my kid won't even see a phone till grade 9.
Yeah, same here. But do you not remember what high school social media was?
Yeah, I was good. I was good because I had common sense. My kids will have common sense.
No, I'm not. Okay, hold on. I don't think you're on the same wavelength as me, all right?
I think we went to 2 different high schools. What high school you go to? A Catholic one, right?
Yeah.
That's why. My point proven from last episode. Go ahead.
Anyways, okay. Grade 9 alone, bro. Grade 9 alone, social media was crazy, bro.
Like how? What do you mean? Like how? Like crazy how? The man's tearing up his mic. Yeah, but
and I'm having daughters. It has to be monitored, bro.
You know what? I guess I understand, depending on how crazy social media is.
Just like how you were saying with the Instagram thing, fam.
I give you that, but like, you know, like they're gonna have to, like, by that point they know already. Like, what do you mean? It took sex ed in elementary school. They're gonna know. They're gonna know what'll go on.
I want to get a phone call while I'm at work and be like, come see this photo that has leaked at the school. Go down, you know, pick up the phone and be like,
respectfully, okay, make sure your phone's not broken. But respectfully, actually, no.
Nah, because what do you call it? Like,
but that's that conversation.
And I have to move schools.
But that's the conversation you have with your kid, though.
All right,
like you have to, like, yo, in high school, there's certain things that happen. You can't be that kid that makes these things happen.
Yeah.
You got to have your head on right.
My sons cannot be the one that makes...
You can't be stupid.
Yes.
Don't be an idiot. Don't be a jackass. Straight up. And that's just what it is. You have to have that conversation and that trust in your kids. Like, by high school, my biggest thing, like, with especially my kids, is, like, I want to teach them common sense. Because not a lot of people in this world just have common... Like, and, like, people think, like, oh, it's not that hard to have common sense. Like, it's just right from wrong. That's all you need to know. What's wrong in this scenario? What's right in this scenario? What's the smart thing to do?
Yeah.
Let me do this. Just like how when black people run in one direction, you're gonna run the opposite direction. No, you're running with them.
You know what actually happened one time for the Raptors parade? Chilling downstairs of it's not Ian Sarah, it was the next mall, fam. Seeing a whole bunch of people running this way. My dummy, me was like, oh, where are they running from? Decides to run this way. Somebody says gun, and then I decide to run back this way, bro. It was crazy.
You always follow.
It was crazy.
You always follow. Like, that's what I'm saying. And, like, yeah, I want my kids to be different, of course, but in scenarios where it's like, okay, you need to follow the given.
Yeah.
Follow the given.
Exactly.
Don't be that one person that, oh, we're jumping off a bridge? All right, let's jump off the bridge.
Yeah, there be none of that.
Come on, like, common sense has got to kick in.
Yeah.
So,
like, bro, that situation with the girls in America who stabbed that man to death, fam.
America, that was in Toronto, guy.
That was in Toronto?
Damn, they shook up to my boy.
That was in Toronto?
The teenage girls, right?
Yeah.
That was Toronto. Yeah, man. Common sense is what I'm talking about. Teenage girls.
Common sense, you think? Fam,
exactly. Common sense.
You think you're getting out of the house at 10 o'clock.
And that too, like,
go downtown.
That's the thing, like, curfew. I'll touch on that one.
Oh, curfew, man.
Don't get me wrong. I know I'm going to have a daughter. I know I am. But the curfew, nah. I'm sorry. My son will probably be out later than my daughter. If they're not together, my daughter's home first all the time. Like, she's home.
It depends how much, like, it depends on the maturity level of my kids. Like,
and that too, yeah.
And the age, like, if my daughter comes first, she's obviously gonna have it rough. It's firstborn life. Yeah. I had it rough. I'm a firstborn. She's gonna have it rough. She's a firstborn. Yeah. But the thing is that, like, curfews, my mom says nothing happens good after 10 o'clock. And to be honest with you, like, if you actually think about it,
it's true.
What beneficial thing are you doing past 10 o'clock?
That's true.
You're not doing anything. And, like, when I was a kid,
because movies done at 10.
Yeah,
movies start at 10.
Movies start at 10. But, like, if you're going to the movies, okay.
Yeah. You're still
not
going to the movies that late.
Yeah, still.
Who's picking you up for that hour?
Exactly. But, like, 12 o'clock, majority of people are asleep.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, I'm even thinking about it with myself. Why am I up till 1 a.m. in the morning?
Well, doing nothing.
Doing nothing.
Majority
of the people go to bed at 10, 9, 11.
9.
Like, why am I still up? Go to sleep. Wake up earlier. Do more throughout the day.
It's true.
So, depending on my kids' maturity levels, you know, It'll range from 9. Actually, not 9. 9's early.
Nah, when my kids are like elementary school and stuff, like street
Street lights.
Straight up, like, yo, look at the light. You see that thing come on, you move.
And trust me, I will be outside.
And I'll be outside. I'll know when the street lights turn. I'll clock the time.
And I know how long it takes for it to get to A to B. So I will start the timer, and I will be like, "Man, watch." And if you're coming back panting, I know you. I know
exactly.
You thought you could have a couple minutes.
Exactly, it's true. Streetlights for real.
Yeah,
but I don't even think it'll be streetlights. Like next generations, everything's gonna be online. They're gonna be online with their friends and stuff like that.
No, you that's what you think, fam. Watch my kids, summertime.
No, of course, like nice, obviously.
No, what are these kids doing in their room?
Obviously, like like I want my kids to be outside as much. Like I want my kids to be going door to door to their friend's house, manhunt, all them things. But like everything's online now. Everyone's like, how much little kids you hear on Warzone? Okay, prime example. Exactly. Here you go. Like,
oh my, bro.
I'm telling you, like what generation's gonna be different. I don't know. I'm trying to think of other rules. Like, chores for sure. I can't.
Every Saturday morning.
Saturday. You're Trini.
Huh?
Sunday.
Fam, Sunday's church, guy.
Every Sunday.
Sunday's church.
Yeah.
Sunday is church. After church, lunch. After lunch is nap time.
No,
fam.
No, Sunday
from
morning.
From the ages of
Sunday
0
morning, gospel music in the kitchen and everybody's cleaning.
From the ages of 0 to 12, that was every Sunday.
Reggae.
Church, lunch, nap.
No,
even if you didn't want to nap, it was stay in your room.
Church, food, clean, no nap. You don't get no.
Saturday is clean. Saturday is clean. Laundry done, rooms clean, kitchen clean, bathroom clean, and you can't go anywhere. You can wake up whatever time on Saturday.
Yeah, you don't go nowhere.
But you want to go out.
You don't go out on Sunday.
Your laundry has to be done. Room has to be clean. Everything has to be done. From time you wake up to time you want to go out. Even if you don't want to go out, by dinner time, everything has to be done.
You're not eat. Straight up, you don't eat.
Bro, what about meals, fam? What if you're like having dinner and your kid, eats half of the food on the plate? What's happening?
Bro, crazy. Because I have a story to actually tell about that. Went to my mom's friend's house. My mom's obviously there. All the kids, right. I was full. Zay. Nope. I wasn't full. I was not full. I did not leave from that dinner table until the food was done. Seriously. But then again, like I'm gonna put out I'm not gonna put out crazy amount of foods for my kid. Like I'm not gonna stack up their plate.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like I'll put out whatever. You want more, go grab more. But I'm not gonna make it in that scenario where it's like, oh, I'm full. Mm-hmm. I never put my kid in that scenario. Like, okay. Oh, how much do you want? This is how much you want? All right, I'm gonna put this much first, and if you want more, you'll go back and get more. Like,
but I know,
you know what I mean? Like,
if I know it's a trend where my kid's not eating,
and then but that's different. That's different. My kid's not eating. You're mad. Like, we're going on a drive, get in the car. Like, what are you talking about? You're not eating. I made this food, or mom made this food. Like, you have to be eating. And then again, even if my kid doesn't want it, obviously Tupperware. Next day, warm up, take to school for lunch. Make my life easier. But nah, yeah, I don't know. Just food can't be wasted. Sorry.
Yeah.
Not in my house.
And the same thing happened with me. What do you call it? I was eating dinner and I noticed, it clicked into me that if I will eat this food or it doesn't look like I ate this food, I'm gonna, what do you call it? I'm not getting up for the table.
Exactly.
And I was full and there was like about this much of rice left. So what I decided to do, what I decided to do was spread the rice over the plate because it was just a small portion of the plate. So spread the rice over the portion of the plate so it looks like I ate the rice.
Yeah.
Nah.
Nope.
Nah. Eat that. Eat that.
You thought you were smart, Zay.
Wow.
You thought you were smart. It's okay though. It happens.
What other rules are there?
I don't know.
I think there's so many. I
think there's it's just. I don't think there's just rules. It's just scenarios. It's whatever scenarios come up and just I guess how you deal with it. Like anything could happen. I want to. Definitely one.
My kids will never throw a first punch, but if they get hit,
they'll know how to hit back.
If they get hit, they're definitely hitting back. And Like,
it's rude.
teacher could call me, say my son got into a fight. I'll be like,
Who
okay.
hit who first? That's all
I'll
I'm
come
asking.
ask him, did you hit first? He'll say no. I'll be like, all right, that's
exactly.
as long. And the other thing is, the other kid has to look worse.
Of course, always.
My son, if my son looks the worst, then I will be mad.
Even my dad still says that to this day. He's like, I don't care. He's like, I don't care what they say. They could talk about your mom. You walk away until they touch you, bro. You go crazy after they touch you, and it's just true. Like, you know, you don't want your kid beating up on nobody. Like, you know, like
no bullying. That's the other thing.
I
no
can't.
bullying.
I don't want no bullies,
bro. And that's the other thing. Punishment. I feel like the punishment I give my kids are not gonna be like, I'm just gonna make them do stuff that I hated to do. Like, you wanna bully somebody at school? Go sit on the chair, right by the wall. Nah. Then I pull the chair from under them, sit on the wall.
If I like
put the books on top of their lap.
Let me use my words very carefully here.
Why?
Because obviously generations have changed. When I was raised as a kid, I was beat. Okay? Am I saying I'm going to beat my kids? No, I'm not going to beat my kids. And some people, I think, have like assumptions on what beating is.
They think you're hurting your kids.
You're killing your kids.
It's discipline.
And the thing is, like, unpopular. I don't know how some people are gonna feel. Like, comment in the comment section below. But I think the kids who are beat are more disciplined when they're older. And I'm not talking about bruising up. I'm not talking. You're not killing your kids. Like, some people take beating to a certain extent. I'm talking about, for example, like me as an adult. Like, if this is what my mom did one time. We went to a store and somebody held the door open for me. She thought I didn't say thank you. Obviously, I said thank you. My mom slapped me in my neck. Like, it was a neck. Like, obviously, I'm feeling that. Like, I'm feeling it. Like, Mom, what's happening right now? She's like, you didn't say thank you. You don't have no manners. Da, da, da. I'm like, Mom, I said thank you. And then the girl holding the door, she's like, no, he said thank you. Da, da, da. Like, you know?
Yeah.
I'm giving my kids necks for sure. My daughter, I won't touch my daughter. I don't think I feel even comfortable doing that. But my son, obviously, my son will probably be getting necks, or, you know, like, whatever it is. But I'm not gonna be beating on my kids. Like, I'm gonna, like, I don't know. Like, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I know certain cultures are different. Like, me and my girlfriend go back and forth with this all the time because we're raised differently. But the ones who are beat, listen. The ones who are beat are more disciplined. The ones who are beat have common sense. They know right from wrong. They won't do it again because it's a reminder. Like, my mom had her own ways and my dad had his ways. Like, for example, one time I cussed. Whole bar of soap in my mouth.
Bar of soap?
Whole bar of soap. My mom opened a brand new Irish Spring bottle of soap and she said, put it in your mouth. Seriously. I'm so serious.
How did it feel?
Feel? Taste? How you mean? I thought I was dying. Bro, it was bad. It was actually bad. No, seriously. Like, I was like, I was literally trying to, like, get the soap out of my mouth. Like, it was weird. And then I think when I was young, super young, I didn't even know. I cut the Christmas tree light. Like, I cut it. I could have done killed myself. Cut the light. I don't know why I did it. I just did it. My mom sat on me while she was pregnant. Sat on me. Deadass sat on me. And that was just her way of a discipline or whatever it is. My dad, on the other hand, different. Obviously, my dad's yachty, so I got licked. And that was that. And I didn't do it again because I knew, I said, maybe if I do this, I might get beat. Yes. So let's not get beat.
Yes, that's exactly.
And you just
that's exactly.
And
what
it
happens.
gets to and that's what it is. You get beat so many times.
You're like, maybe I shouldn't do that.
You get common sense. It's true, man. You get your ass beat so much, and you're just like, I can't take it anymore. Let me just do what's right from now, because if I keep doing wrong, I'm just gonna keep getting beat.
Exactly.
So, and that's just how some people learn. And obviously, I'm not dying. I'm not dead. I'm not bruised up. I don't have no battle scars from when my dad beat me. I just have my head on right, and that's what I gained from it, honestly. Like, and that's the thing, though. As a kid, I definitely hated when my dad beat me, but the fact that he did it, I'm grateful that he did, because obviously I learned from it. Like, you know, so I don't know. People have their own opinions, and there's gonna be a whole bunch of sensitive people about beating their kids and all this stuff, but I'm glad my dad did. That's what I'll say.
I agree with you.
Even my grandmother, she had a wooden spoon. Everybody's grandma have a wooden spoon, and you just
Wooden spoon. I never had to, but that, just the thought of that, just
like, hey, it's you learn. You learn quick. That's what it is. You learn real quick not to do certain things. But yeah,
damn. Well, thanks for coming on the first episode of Voiceover. I feel like we actually killed it, and we did. You set a high bar for the people who come on next.
Good luck for them, for real.
And you guys will definitely see a lot more Twisted.
Yeah, y'all see a lot more of me for sure. But make sure y'all go check my stuff out. You know what I mean? Follow me on the gram, TikTok. Check all that stuff out on my YouTube since I'm starting fresh as well. You know what I'm saying? You guys are gonna see me a lot here. So yeah, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate the love. Y'all know who it is, man. Just don't get it twisted.
Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next video.
We out.
Relaxed and easy going.
What was one time where he really got on your nerves? One story.
I think one time, what did he do? Well, one time he told me that I was adopted. And we got into a fight about that. And then I blew up and I was getting ready to run away because he told me I was adopted. So I packed up my suitcase, or a suitcase, because he wouldn't let me pack up some of the clothes that I had because they were the clothes that his parents bought for him. And his parents bought for me. So he wouldn't let me take some of the clothes. So I packed up the stuff and I was sitting at the door getting ready to leave. And my mom came home and I told her what happened. And she basically got mad at me for believing him, for saying that I was adopted. So that's just one of the things that, one of the ways that he bullied me.
If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys like, leave a comment, and subscribe. And follow all the socials so then you guys are always on top of the next drop.